Well, hello, I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes with your truth for the week. I'm with Heart Truth Ministries, and our prayer is that you would put feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. Now, the question on the books for today is, what are the spiritual gifts? What are the spiritual gifts? Now, if you listened to the message earlier for this week, you'll find out that there are many gifts. There are natural gifts that you're given. Those are those things that are unlearned, they're unearned, and you just naturally have the ability to do some things. Now, do you develop those? Absolutely right. I might have the ability to be logical in my approach and organized and systematic, but I need to develop that and learn techniques that'll go along with it. I might be artistic and can draw as a first grader, and it looks amazing. But there are techniques that I need to then learn to sculpt, to paint, and everything else that goes along with it. So, those are the natural gifts. But then there are motivational gifts, and we talked about those. Those can be found in Romans chapter number 12. Those gifts are then going to inspire or motivate others to action, to do something. But when it comes to the spiritual gifts, First Corinthians chapter number 12, and we went through the three categories of those spiritual gifts: the revelation gifts, gifts that are going to reveal something. We went through the power gifts, those that are actually going to do something and are visible to others. And then we went through the speaking gifts, those that are audible, those that people hear. But you'll find that later on in the 12th chapter of the book of First Corinthians, that there's some other gifts that are identified. And I'm going to drop down to that area because there's a gifts of healings. Beginning of verse 28, this is First Corinthians 12:28. And God has set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healings, helps, government, diversity of tongues. Everybody is not the same. We added government, we added the gift of helps as well. Those that are coming alongside and helps to help others do something. They're the ones in the back, and they're not looking for any fame or fortune. They're not looking to be out front. They just want to serve. Then you also have those that are in government, those that are in leadership, those that are trying to make changes happen within the world. We thank God for each and every gift. And the goal is for you to determine what your gift is. So we talked about the word of knowledge, things that God is showing you that has already occurred, that others, there was no way for you to know about that person. The word of wisdom, God revealing to you what he's getting ready to do in the future. The discerning of spirits, knowing good from evil, seeing whether angelic presence is there or demonic influences there in a person or even in the atmosphere. That those are your revelation gifts. Then you've got the power gifts, the gift of faith. I'm going to believe God until it manifests. That I'm not going to be wavered. I'm going to stay by. I'm going to stick with, I believe that's what he said, and that settles it. I'm done. The working of miracles. I've had that opportunity where I prayed for something and immediately it happens, and you didn't expect that you would find somebody or find someone or something. And, working of miracles. And it's a lot more miracles. The recovery of hands and limbs and teeth and things of that sort, that they supernaturally grow back. That's a working of miracles. Or healing virtue, where it flows through someone's body, they're instantly healed, whether it's an issue of blood, whether it's blind eyes that are now seeing, whether it's deaf ears that are now hearing. All of those things, being able to walk, those are power gifts. And then the last one are the speaking gifts, the speaking of tongues, different languages that you did not learn. All of a sudden, you start flowing from you, just like what happened in Acts chapter number 3, whereas they were standing and they were speaking in other languages, and men did not know in the book of Acts on the day of Pentecost. That was awesome. There's also the interpretation of tongues. So if someone is speaking and they don't know the language and the congregation doesn't know the language, but God gives a revelation to someone else that's in the congregation, that they can then interpret what was said. And then the gift of prophecy, where they just prophetically give a word. And sometimes it's a word of exhortation, a word of edification, a word of comfort. And when they do that, they are basically putting the two together, whether they spoke in another language, whether they interpreted it. They now put it together and they're telling you what thus saith the Lord. Those are your spiritual gifts. So my prayer is this: you recognize your natural gifts, you recognize your motivational gift, and you recognize your spiritual gift. And then you actually use it. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes with Heart Truth Ministries, helping you put feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. Bye for now. Hi, thanks for listening and watching. And if you enjoyed what you've seen, make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and hit that notification button so you'll know the next time there's a new episode. Listen, as a result of my coaching program, my clients have experienced a calming of the emotional roller coaster. They have a compelling future, as well as the confidence and the know-how to achieve it. And they have clarity on the financial tools that they need in order to live life on their terms and save tens of thousands of dollars. I'm looking for women who are devastated by the double Ds, divorce or death, who want to gain confidence to live life on their terms with peace and financial security. My question is, who do you know? Have them go ahead and book a call with me so that we can get to that compelling future. My heart may be broke, but your bank account doesn't have to be. It's our pleasure to offer free resources from Grief to Gain, Financial Healing After Heartbreak, can be found at chontahaynes.com/free-gift, or 3 Secrets to Overcome Loneliness While Grieving the Life You Expected at chontahaynes.com/lonely, and other financial wisdom and much, much more. Please visit chontahaynes.com/free-resources. You can find us online at chontahaynes.com. That's CHONTAHAYNES.com. We are a division of Heart to Heart Truth Ministries and Heart to Heart Truth Foundation. At Heart to Heart Truth Ministries, we're helping believers live an abundant life based on God's Word, standing on His promises, walking out His principles, sharing with God's people, serving as unto the Lord.